Hello, happy Wednesday, guys. It's going to be a little different today because guess what? My dog is sleeping. Hopefully she stays that way. But I hope you guys have had a wonderful week. I see there's already some questions, which is great. We've had a really great week since I last saw you. I hope you guys have too. And we're going to get started. So this is before I get to questions or comments. This is the last week of the April alternate day fast challenge. So I'm really proud of anyone that's been sticking with it this long. I have really enjoyed it. And I know last week I said I might keep going, but I kind of have hit the point where like the last few times I've made dinner for my family and I'm not eating, it's just been a little more tiring and it kind of feels like, okay, I'm ready for this to be over. Like I was looking forward to next week being back to OMAD and that kind of surprised me. So I felt really good. I haven't had it be a struggle, but I'm looking forward to eating more regularly. So I definitely think it's going to be something that I keep in my toolbox, and I'm going to have a whole video on like my thoughts of this. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments, but that's where I'm at. Okay, I see a random tomato. It caught my eye. So I don't know if that means someone's like throwing a tomato at me like I'm on stage, but I'm sorry. Margaret says, hi, Jackie. I've learned so much from you. Thanks for your transparency. Well, thank you for being a part of the community. Have I tested my blood levels after I brushed my teeth during a long fast, assuming you use toothpaste? Yes, I do use toothpaste. Sorry, my daughter just texted me asking if we can have lentils. I have tested, I think my blood ketones, but it's been a long time since I tested those. And even my continuous glucose monitor, I don't see any reaction to toothpaste. And if I did, I would continue to still use toothpaste. It's not something that incites the feeling of hunger or makes me feel like I'm about to eat. So it's not a habit I'm willing to give up, but I haven't ever really seen a reaction. Rosie, hello from Michigan. Hello, I'm in Michigan too. Hi, Mom. Joni is my mom. Hola to you as well. Mark says, hello, Jackie. It's been a while since I've been able to join live, but I always catch your recordings. Thank you for being here for all of us. P.S. Where is spring in Michigan? I don't know, Mark. I would like you to tell me. It is so sunny out today, which I'm grateful for, but it's still stinking cold. Baseball and track has been not the funnest, and I miss the warmth. Let's see. QS says, you look great. Oh, thank you. I feel today I had the quickest shower in the world and I didn't wash my hair and I had to put my dog outside while I showered and she didn't like it. So that's very nice of you. That is uplifting and I feel like I needed that. So thank you because I don't feel like that. Harold says, hi from Washington. Hi, Harold. Mercy says, hello from East Michigan. Where did the warm weather go? I don't know, but I love that Michigan's in the house. Karen, hi, Karen. You probably have all the warmth. I'm jealous. She's in Texas. Sun Kissably is the one that threw a tomato at me. Let's see. Keto Nido says, hi from Canada, Ontario. Don't hate me if I get this wrong. I think I'm going to Ontario on Saturday. Is Windsor in Ontario? I am going out of the country for the first time ever on Saturday. We are just going for a meal and I'm super excited. We're driving across the border, going to go to dinner with my brother-in-law and his girlfriend. His girlfriend is not a U.S. Citizen and wasn't able to get a visa, for like a visitor visa. So she went to Canada and we're going to meet her there. And I'm really excited. So I'm going out of the country for the very first time. And I think Windsor is in Ontario I've never been, and obviously my geography might be failing me, but I'm excited. So hello, and maybe I'll see you. I have no idea where we're going, but I'm excited, obviously. Let's see. Karen says, I came in at 10:30 in Arizona, and I feel like I've missed an hour. No, I always do 1:30. Did you guys not do a time change when we did a time change recently? Because it was a few weeks, I don't know, maybe a month ago now, we did the spring forward where we jumped an hour. So maybe if it's been a few weeks, that could be it. Hi, April. Hi, Patty. Patty, I just took my quilt off my bed. I thought, we're getting 80-degree weather. I probably shouldn't have a Christmas quilt on, but it's folded and taken care of nicely. She says, ADF has been going great. Going to keep doing it because it's been so successful for me. Down 10 pounds. Holy moly. Congrats to you. And if you're feeling great, congrats and keep going. I haven't weighed myself. I will be weighing myself. I don't know. I did the last day of March, so I'll probably do the last day of April and just see. But I'm happy for you. Javiera says, "Hi, could I do an update first and then a down day? Doesn't matter." I don't know a technical answer. I'm going to be honest with you. You're not the first person that's asked that. Like if they unintentionally or unplanned have an update and then you like make up for it. Um, I don't know. I I think like on a one-off basis that might be fine. The update is meant to like refeed your body, so you're not necessarily refeeding, but it would be more like a recovery from an unintentional like refeed, I guess. I've never done it that way. So my caution to you would be if you ate more in a day and then you wanted to have a down day, if that's why you're doing it, I wouldn't do it as like a punitive measure. I feel like that could be like the wrong headspace to approach it. That would be my caution. And to be honest, I really just don't know the science of it. I know there's a lot of like research on ADF being successful, but it's always been, from what I've read, down day, up day. So I don't know if you could. Certainly, there are days where like I feel like I overdo it and then I maybe have a smaller window just because it feels better, but it's never like a full fast without. If I ever have a full fast, I always do an up day afterwards or a 500 calorie. I've never done it the other way to give you experience on that. T says, "Are you still doing OMAD?" This month, I've been doing ADF, so not eating Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and then eating 2 meals a day, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and OMAD on Sunday. I will be returning to mostly OMAD starting in May again. I just kind of miss it. ADF has been really good, but I do prefer OMAD. Um, so that is what I mainly do, but April was like a test month for me and many others. Um, April saying hi to everyone from South Georgia. Sunkissed is saying greetings. Hello. Lily says, "Hi, Jackie. This is my first live with you. Hello, welcome. I'm brand new to intermittent fasting. I stumbled onto your channel 3 days after I began my journey, and wow, you were so helpful and relatable. Thank you for being so transparent." Honestly, Lily, you and others just like you are exactly why I made the channel. I found it very encouraging when I was starting to hear people that weren't making me feel like I needed to diet as well because I wouldn't have been successful. And so anytime I heard something like that was like a small snippet as a part of something larger. So I just wanted to be that person that was like, I love this, but I still love eating. And so I'm really grateful for you sharing that. And I'm glad to be a part of your journey. Let's see. Kieran says, "Participating in ADF April, I definitely feel so much better, but I think I'll do ADF 1 to 2 times a week going forward. But I miss OMAD too." Yep. Yeah, I honestly just miss the OMAD daily. I miss, this is very simple, but it's like the one that comes to my mind. We have a local restaurant. I mean, it's a national chain, but Moe's every Wednesday has Kids Eat Free. And my husband was like, "Hey, let's do Kids Eat Free Wednesday. That'd be really easy." So today, and he's like, "Oh, wait, you're not eating Wednesday." And I was like, "Oh," like it's so easy to eat every day, if that makes sense. I can move my window to whatever we have going on every day, and I like that ease. Even though it's really easy not to eat, I'd still be going to pick it up for everyone, and I would feel like I was missing out if it was Moe's and I wasn't eating. It just like I look forward to getting back to the mostly every day, and then I can fit in like I did in the past, as Kieran mentions, the one down day and the one up day, but it won't be like a regular schedule. It'd just be whatever fits that week. Hi, Becky. She says, "Hello from Missouri. Finally caught a live. I tried for the first time the down day using 500 calories. I could not stop eating and went way over 500. How do you control this?" See, I'll be honest. I don't have an issue. What I do is I get like everything ready. So I try to make it pretty high volume. So I'm very full at the end of it. So I have foods that are like high volume, low calorie, so that I'll sit down, I have it all ready, and then I'm fairly satisfied. I close my eating window, but I don't have a problem not eating after that. There's been a lot of people that share with me, and if that is their issue, oh, great. I'm going to get a delivery. I see it. He's going to come to the door as I'm going live. Well, that's why I normally shut the door. Um, you guys might get to see my UPS delivery, man. But I've literally never had that problem just because I'm, like, able to be cut and dry as far as windows open, windows closed. Like, fasting has been a really great constraint for me in that way. Once I close my eating window, it's closed because I have the freedom to eat. Um, but if you do have a hard time stopping at 500 calories, the down day might not work for you while with the 500-calorie meal. It might be easier for you to just fast because then you're not opening that vault. If I were you, I'd maybe suggest trying it that way. But I honestly, I get all my food ready. I sit down, it's ready. And then by the time I'm done with it, I'm pretty full. Oh, there he is. I can tell who it is too, and it's one that my dog really loves, and I don't think he likes my dog. Hi, Darlene. Let's see. Keto Nito says, "How can I fix my blood levels from dropping so low during a fast?" Um, I don't have mine go sometimes into the upper 60s. I haven't had any issue with them not going that or going below that, and I really don't know. I honestly don't really know. I wouldn't have anything to say with you on that. If you have something like a NutriSense, I would reach out to one of their dietitians for support if you feel like it's getting too low, but I don't really know if you think it's dropping too low, how to get it higher while you're fasting. That that's a good one. I haven't honestly thought of that. Harold says, tried alternate day fasting. It did not work for me, sticking with OMAD. Well, Harold, I think it's awesome that you tried, and don't think of it as a failure, not just to you, Harold, but anyone. If you tried it and you realize you don't like it, like that's still a result and like something for you to know going forward. Sunkissed by TMH says, into day 11, lost 11, doing 2 meals a day. Good for you. That's amazing. So are you 11 days into 2 meals a day or fasting period? Dawn says, hi, Jackie. Enjoying ADF April, but with all the upcoming May activities, I will be going back to my 1 down day a week, 1 up day, and OMAD for the rest. Flexibility is another perk of intermittent fasting. I 100% agree. And we sound like we have the exact same schedule. Oh, Mark has confirmed Windsor is definitely in Ontario. Well, you're from the east side, Mark. I bet you've been there a time or two, haven't you? Darlene's only been to Vancouver. JD says, hello all, here from Michigan also. Wow, look at Michigan just showing up. It must be the sunshine because my mom's in Michigan too. Tracy says, hello from Nashville. Are you able to get enough protein with OMAD, or is that not a concern for weight loss? So I've kind of adopted a philosophy that I learned from Jen Stevens, and it is this. I never cared about protein or getting enough when I wasn't doing fasting. Or macronutrients or vitamins. And it's not that you can't care about it, but just because I'm suddenly a faster doesn't mean I track everything, if that makes sense. So I don't track protein. I don't make sure I get enough in terms of grams. The only thing on that is I have learned that opening my eating window with sugar or something super carby, I am much hungrier during my eating window. And then I find it's better if I'm opening my eating window with a snack. I do feel better when it's something like cottage cheese or nuts or a cheese stick, something protein-based, eggs. So that's the only thing that I do when I pay attention to protein. I don't track it. Could there be value? Could it be important? Probably, potentially, but I'm not like an expert in that field. So I like to keep it simple. So when I realize that opening my window with protein is better for me, then I do it. But it's not something I track, and I don't have net grams. And last spring, I was like trying to open with a certain amount. But every time I try to do something like that, I just realize I like the simplicity of eating window or not an eating window. It's so much easier, and then I enjoy it. So I don't track. I'm sure there are a lot of people that are like really good at giving that advice, but I'm sorry, I'm not that person. Julie says, hi, everyone. I lost 65 pounds in 2 years it says IT, I'm guessing intermittent fasting. However, there was 2 weeks of uncontrollable eating when I gained 5 pounds. Got back on track for about a month and weight is not coming off. Advice. Your body might be kind of freaking out is what my maybe thought is. If you lost 65 pounds in 2 years and then you had like this horrid week, and I'm not saying it was horrid, I'm just like going off of what you maybe mentioned, or 2 weeks, and then you're trying to get back on track, it might just take a little bit of time for your body to be like, what's going on here? I would just keep going with fasting, trust in the process. You had great results for 2 years. Just keep going whether or not you're seeing the results immediately. You know that fasting has proven to be result or like given results to you. So I would just trust in that and keep going. Um, Mercy says, anytime you mention wanting brunch, I'm like, I drive to have brunch with you. Oh, that means honestly, like that is such a compliment. I love that. Thank you. I love it so much. We had brunch food for our wedding dinner. I love brunch. And I use it as the example because in my mind, it's like the epitome of what a day should look like to me. I would love to have a regular standing brunch date with my mom or girlfriends, or like it's not a reality in my life, but I would love it to be. And Mercy, I would love to have brunch with you. Tammy says, hello, everyone from North Georgia. Julie says, hi, Jackie. Hi, Tammy, by the way. I tried ADF for 3 weeks, but still only lost 1 pound per week. Like I do when I'm in OMAD. I like to eat, so I'm back to OMAD. Well, good for you. Like I said, I think it's awesome to try something, see if it works for you, and it doesn't have to work for you for it to be a successful trial. For me, what I feel like I'm getting out of this is I know that I've like slimmed down. I know that I feel good. So it's a tool that if I ever feel like I need to recover from going to Disney again this summer or whatever I might end up doing, it's a tool I have. It doesn't have to be my daily schedule. And I feel like there's a lot to learn about different ways to implement it. Sunka sent a heart. Okay, so maybe I misunderstood your earlier tomato. I apologize. Tony says, Jackie, help. I fell all the way off the wagon, gained 10 pounds, and need your advice on how to start back over from day one. First of all, Tony, welcome back. And what I would do is just remind yourself of the things that you liked about fasting. So if it was having an enjoyable eating window, remind yourself of that. And when you're having a hard time fasting, think of your enjoyable eating window. If it was the weight loss that you enjoyed, remind yourself of the results that you've seen in the past. Like focus on the good, don't focus on the hard parts. And then remind yourself of this. If day one sucks and then you get to day two, think, okay, if I push through day two, I won't have to relive day one again, because it's hard to adjust. Like there is no getting around it. It is an awful feeling to like your body gets used to eating 3 times a day and then you shift. It's like, what is going on here? So just remind yourself, if I keep going, I'll never have a day one again. And then you'll be back into a rhythm. You can do it, Tony. I'm cheering for you. Chelsea says, thanks for all you share with all of us. You're welcome. I love OMAD and have been doing it for about 5 weeks. My husband has been watching how it's going for me and joined in last week. That's amazing. That really makes it fun. Like I'm always excited when I hear that. So yay, Chelsea. And hubby Kieran says, I do feel like winter fluff is decreasing with ADF April, which feels amazing. Yep, I do too. I always can like see, it's funny. I look at like summer pictures of me. I'm always thinner in the summer, like regardless if I'm fasting or not, I slim down in the summer. We're more active. There's less baking, less holiday gatherings. It's just what it is, even if it's just inflammation. And so if I see like videos of myself from last summer, I can see I had a thinner face. And I feel like that's like kind of returned a little bit. One thing, and this will be in my video, it's hard to see. I have been like really breaking out with like bigger, I don't even know. It's not like pimples, but like larger blackheads are like forming on my chin. And it's hard to see, but ever since ADF, it has been a lot worse. And it's really hard for me not to pick them. And that's when I get these big spots, as if I sit here and edit and I pick and then I don't even realize I'm doing it. I think I'm breaking out from ADF. That's one of the reasons I don't think I'll do it all the time. And I was wearing a continuous glucose monitor most of this month and I just took it off. It expired. But when I eat larger meals and it's after, a 44-hour fast, I have really large spikes in glucose and they're still within good levels, but it's a huge swing because I'll be in the 60s and then it might go up to, I don't know. I can't even think of like an actual example, but I think those huge swings in glucose, like can be bad for your skin. Like that's one of the things I read in Glucose Revolution. So I'm not an expert, obviously. So I feel like I'm going to mess this up, but I do think it has messed up my skin and probably from so many long fasts and then suddenly eating a giant meal. That is something I could remedy, but I have a hard time not eating a giant meal after a fast. So, I don't know. That's one thing I don't like about ADF is I think it was not good for my skin the way I broke my fast regularly. But I don't know how I wouldn't break my fast with a giant meal. Let's see. John says, I have boiled eggs for my protein intake. 4 eggs do it for me. Yeah, that's an amazing way to get it in. Do you ever get sick of eggs? As I'm eating eggs, if I eat a lot of them, I start to think of how eggy they taste. And I like eggs. I just can't. I don't know if I could eat 4 deviled eggs in a row. Or, well, you didn't say deviled. I took them as deviled. Boiled eggs. Deviled would make it easier. Let's see. QS wants to know how I did alternate day fasting. What was my method? So this is what I'm currently doing. The dog. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm not eating at all. And I'm having coffee, water, sparkling water, iced tea, iced coffee, and Element, raw unflavored Element. That's what I'll have Monday, Wednesday, Friday. One of those days, I did a down day with a 500 calorie meal. My goal was to really not do that this month just to see how it went. And it's much easier to not plan a meal. But we had like a family celebration that I wanted to participate in. So I did a 500 calorie version. Then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is an up day. So I would fast the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then I'd have at least lunch and dinner. I think pretty much I don't think I've had breakfast any days. Just because I had no one available to have breakfast with me. But so I'd eat lunch and dinner those days. And those were, I'd say on average, 7 to 8 hour eating windows. And then every Sunday has been an OMAD. So 1 meal a day. And it kind of just sets the week back up. So that oddball, I don't have a day to do a down day, up day again. And I didn't want to do like every other day and not have it be something I could plan on. That would be too much for me. So that's how I did it. And so I have today is a down day, just drinking all day. And then tomorrow will be an up day. And Friday will be my last down day. The only thing that I've considered is with us going to Canada on Saturday. And this is like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I kind of want it to be an OMAD. Like, I don't know where we're going to go to eat, but I know it's not going to be like, I made the request. I was like, I don't want to go and eat at a restaurant like Olive Garden where we could get here. I want to eat somewhere local. So that's my goal. So I'm hoping I'll do like appetizer, dinner, dessert, drink, something really kind of extravagant. So I'll either open my eating window with like nuts and maybe an Element drink on the way there, just so it's a longer up day, but eat most of my food later when we're there. I'm not sure. I'm just rambling at this point. Let's see. Sunkissed TMH says, I do better with 2 meals a day, 18.6. Good for you. I think it's awesome. Find what works for you. I can't do a 6-hour eating window regularly without overeating. That's too long for me. Maria says, were you able to freeze some or all of your limes, or did you use them all? I haven't. They're in my meal plan for Sunday. So Sunday I am making the crock pot shredded beef, and we're having tacos. We'll probably end up making limeade with it because my kids like to do that. But I did see, were you the one that left me the comment that I could freeze them on my Aldi channel? That's good to know because I would have never thought to freeze citrus. Let's see. Sue says, today's my 64th birthday and a fasting day. Good for you. That's amazing. I think it's like, that's a kind of a nice testament. Like, I'm going to fast on my birthday. You don't even need the celebratory food. I hope you celebrate tomorrow. But happy birthday. Your inner artist with Julie says, hello from Central California, formerly of Kazoo. Wow. I honestly love it. I just, the person that was on the podcast today, well, we interviewed a while ago, but she was from Kalamazoo at one point too, which is always fun. Hello, Julie. So Sunkissed by TMH. I'm restarting. If I wasn't consistent, now I am. You got it. I know you'll keep up with it. I'm cheering for you. Hockey Mom Avalon says, having a hard time getting back to OMAD, but I keep trying. You can do it. I know you can. And I think of like the only time I stopped was with Disney. It was hard to get back, but every day I'm like, it's going to get easy if I stick to it and I do it. But I'm cheering for you. Is your name Avalon? That is such a pretty name. Courtney says, hi from South Carolina. This is my first time making it to a live. I'm so excited. I'm excited you're here. I love your channel, and I'm so thankful to be introduced to clean fasting. It has been a game changer. I have literally never, not once, talked to a single person that has done both the clean fasting and not clean fasting and hasn't said that clean fasting is easier. I personally find it that way. I would love to talk to someone that says they do it both ways and that it isn't. I'd just be curious to pick their brain, but I agree with you. It is a game changer. I love seeing the happy birthday from JD. How long is your window open for OMAD? It changes literally every day. It can be 15 minutes sometimes, and that's like a busy day. And it could be up to 4 hours. If, I open my eating window, then I go pick up my kids, then I come home and make dinner, and then we have a dessert or something. Or if we go out to ice cream a while after we have dinner. But my average, if I look for the past almost 3 years, is about a 21 and a half hour fast, and a 2.5 hour eating window is what would be left. So that's my average. Natalie says, listening as I bake a chocolate pound cake. Just broke my 24-hour fast. Ooh, yummy. I was thinking of making cookies today. Baking sounds fun, and then I would get to enjoy it tomorrow. I've never made a chocolate pound cake, though. Lily says, what I love so far is how flexible intermittent fasting is. I go into new things at 1,000%, but then burn out quickly with if it's okay for me to do ADF. And if I burn out, OMAD is easy to slip into without burnout. I actually think that's a really good point, is that that's kind of what I'm facing with ADF. I've really enjoyed it, but I do kind of feel like I'm hitting a burnout, but I have OMAD to go into. Or if OMAD gets a little too every day, then I can do a down day and an up day. And I think that's a really good point. You can change and still be a faster, but not get sick of doing the same thing or eating the same thing. You're welcome. QS said, thank you for explaining my ADF. Maria said she was the one that mentioned freezing them, that she freezes lemons. So do you just pull them out when you want to use them a little ahead of time? Smiling says, is there a specific day that you release your podcast? You've done a great job on them, by the way. Oh, thank you. I can't even lie. It was such a stressor to me to get them out there. I don't know why. It just, part of it is because anything I put on my YouTube channel is just me. And then I felt like I was representing other people. I mean, I am. And interviewing is kind of harder than I thought it would be. And I finally hired someone to edit them because that was really scary. So I'm glad you guys are liking them. The second and fourth Wednesday of every month is the current plan, just because I know I can keep up with 2 a month. I don't know if I can keep up with every week. So that is it. And thank you for the kind words. Oh, hockey mom. Her name is not Avalon. It's Bridget. Oh, Bridget. Avalon is this town in Jersey Shore we go to sometimes. Okay. Oh, go to in the summer and your happy place. Well, Avalon's a pretty name. If you ever have a daughter named Avalon, I would love that. No, but Bridget, I do like that name too. Marie says, I find it hard to keep the food amounts down when my window opens. Oopsie. All of a sudden my window opens. Sometimes I go nuts for half an hour and eat a lot. Peanut butter, especially. Any tricks? So I feel like your name is familiar, so you've probably been around a while. I really had a hard time at first, and I got used to it because when I overeat, and it still happens every once in a while, I'll open my eating window with too much food where then I can't enjoy dinner. Well, I enjoy dinner more than I enjoy a snack. So when I can't enjoy my dinner, it just starts to morph your behaviors, if that makes sense. So, and yeah, something like peanut butter is really easy to get down because it's delicious and it goes down easy. So if peanut butter is hard for you to open your eating window with, maybe save it for a dessert when you're already full from dinner, and then have it with apples. And then you're already going to be full at that point. And it's, in my experience, it's less likely to overeat when you're already feeling full. But I personally did feel like I got over the overeating all the time when I opened my eating window, just by getting used to fasting and then realizing oh, every eating window I get to enjoy. Okay. I don't need to go nuts. But yeah, peanut butter. You sound like my husband. He loves peanut butter. Let's see. Gina says, I'm new to fasting, reading and listening to Fast Feast Repeat. Gonna bump into 19.5. I had gastric bypass and only so much I can get in there. So focus on protein. What's your favorite protein to break your fast with? First of all, I just need to make sure you know I'm like literally not a protein expert, but my absolute favorite is cottage cheese with ground black pepper and pistachios and pepitas on top. One or the other. I still would love it the same pretty much, but so good. Honestly, my Aldi keeps not having pepitas, and then I keep forgetting to order them on Amazon, but I wish I could open my eating window with that. Oh, wait, I'm not eating today. I might be having, I am going to Walmart today, having that tomorrow because it sounds so good. What is my email for questions on how I can do better with fasting? I keep trying. The best way to get a hold of me for that, email is not the best way just because I try to keep like organized with business. But if you message me on Instagram, my email is Jackie@intermittentfastingfoodie.com. But I'll be honest, if I open that up to questions, that's one of the reasons I do lives. I couldn't keep up, and I can't keep up with like personal emails and everything. I try my best. It's just a lot of time. But if you want to ever ask questions here, that'd be easier. Let's see. I cut them in slices and freeze them on a cookie sheet so they don't stick together, and put them in a bag. And yes, you will pull a couple minutes out before you want. Oh, that's a really good idea. Because then, yeah, if they're thinner, it's not going to take as long to thaw. Okay. So I've done a lot of freezing like that in portions. And then once they're frozen, you put them in a bag. I like that. Thank you. Oh, Bridget wanted to name her daughter Avalon, but was vetoed. Sorry. I would have let you name our daughter that. Marie says, thanks. You're welcome. Jackie, it's Jackie's fault that I have to open my eating window with sea salt and vinegar pistachios. I still have not tried that flavor. I need to order those. I bet my husband would really like those too. He does not love the salt and pepper ones, which is my personal favorite. I like the chili lime, but they're super salty. I still really like them, but they do get a little like overwhelming. Salt and pepper is literally my favorite. The salt and vinegar, though, that sounds really good. I need to do that. What's my Instagram? Jackie of all things, I think. I don't have my phone by me. And I do have intermittent fasting foodie saved, but I'm really horrible at being like an Instagrammer. I just don't. I'm on there occasionally. I'm not on there frequently. But I do check my messages. So Jackie of all things. And then Darlene says vinegar pistachios sound good. They do sound good. Maybe next week I'll break my fast with them on the live. That would be fun. Okay. Well, guys, I am going to end the live stream because I'm going to have to go pick up my kids here shortly. One thing I wanted to mention, it seemed pretty overwhelming that you guys like Chow Down and Chow and Fasting Foodie for merch. So I'm going to start with that, and we can always add more, but that is something that I'm working on. So more to come. I have a friend that's a graphic designer that's going to help me come up with like something cute, and I'm excited about it. Let's see. Pepitas, pumpkin seeds. Yes. So Aldi, just the ones that I buy, it says pepitas, but pumpkin seeds. Yay, Dawn. I'm excited. You're excited. And I just want something comfy, and I think it would be fun. I literally feel like an idiot that I didn't think of Fasting Foodie instead of Fasting Foodie Friend. Like, duh, you guys are geniuses. I like that. And like, not to be technical, but I'm like looking into getting it trademarked, not because I'm worried someone's going to steal it, but I'm worried someone's going to trademark it and then like sue me for selling merch, because people do that kind of crap. Lauren says, hello from our Ann Arbor. Our warm weather was a fluke, but the snow this week was too. I know, but I just can't take it. Natalie says, where did Chow Down and Chow come from? I don't know. I just started saying it like forever ago, Chow Down and Chow, because I love to eat. And so it was like at the end of all my videos, like chow down and see you later. So that's where I came up with it from. Yes, a zipper hoodie Fasting Foodie. I would love the zipper hoodie too, because you can put it on when you're cold. I love that. Just catching this. Take care, Jackie. You too, Jackie. Hello from Casa Grande, Arizona. Hello. Trademark it. Yes, I need to. And again, it's just so someone doesn't sue me. That's what I'm worried about. But I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you for chatting. I love going live and seeing you guys. So see you next week. There'll be a video Saturday, and I am trying to do a short every day. See you guys.